Jesus Christ, the rod's going. Ah. I've got a bite, go on! God, I have an absolute one-toning. Right, welcome to a new video. I'm not quite back on the bank. I'm actually sat in the van, and that's because it's absolutely pouring down outside. Now, my plans changed already today. I'm already on venue number 2, and the reason for that is because essentially the first venue I went to, lovely little old pond in the middle of a woodland, got some old little wildies in there and some proper cool little fish, so I've been told. Unfortunately, there was a filming crew there, so the BBC were actually filming. I pulled into the car park, some guy flagged me down, went in the window down, he was like, oh, what crew are you with, mate? And I was like, oh, I'm here with the fishing bloggers. He's like, I ain't got that on the sheet. I said, I doubt you have, mate. I'm here to try and film a bit of fishing on the lake. And he said, unfortunately, we're filming for the BBC, a new crime drama, and I can't let you in. It's all closed off, the woodland's shut, there's no access. So I had to sack off that idea, which was a shame, because that would have been a nice place. But I've made about a 30-minute detour. I've come up to the little park lake that I fished a few videos back. Unfortunately, I did blank then. But the weather is looking mega. It's not great to film in. It's absolutely pouring down. We're due thunderstorms. But I have caught in weather like this on here before. So there's a chance I might be able to get a bite. So I've only got about 2 hours fishing. Probably even less than that now, because I've been sat in the van for a bit. I need to get back and have a sleep because I'm going back in for a night shift tonight. I've literally come off of a night shift this morning, come out for a few hours, and I've got to go back in tonight. So I need to get back and have a bit of kit. It's also my son's birthday tomorrow, so I need to be kind of awake for that, because I will be off of a night shift straight into a birthday, so that's going to be fun. Anyway, I thought I'd make the most of a bit of time this morning, come out, have a little go, and see if we can make it happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sulking in the van, worried about getting wet. I man up a little bit, get out the van, get wet. I'm going to go and catch a carp. So I'll see you in a bit, probably when I'm set up, because I'm not going to be able to do much filming till I got the brolly up. So I will see you once I'm in the swim, once I've found some fish, and I've probably got some rods sorted. So I'll catch up with you then. I'm going to just see if I can stick a few rods out for a couple of hours. Now there's a swim I do fancy fishing. It's actually where I put a load of bait in last time.
Thank you.
No worries. I think what I'm going to do is drop into this one. There we go. That's the one. Right, last time I was here I was using match to hatch. Today I am going with some fluoros, basically some bright ones. Try and see if I can get their attention. It's very dirty water, so I think the fluoros might be the better option. Right, so I'm using the hair rig Ronnies today, and I'm using slightly smaller hooks as well. So normally on here I would use my standard size 4s, but I've actually tied these up with some size 8 quarter claws, or cranks, or whatever the hell they're called. Cranks, aren't they? So they're a little bit more subtle, and I've tied them with a hair because I find a hair always works better with a smaller hook. I think if you do use like a ring on the hook, it's just too bulky. There's not enough hook there. It doesn't seem to work as well. Right, so that's going to be the finished rig then. Leg clip, 2-ounce lead, short hook length about, I don't know, 6 inches, 5-6 inches, and then the little Ronnie with the 12mm pop-ups. Just make sure I sit them right, yeah. And then I'm going to basically nick a little bag of 4mm pellet on it. A bit of depth there. I'm just going to little handful of baits around it. These are literally just going to be spread around. I'm going to go just in front of these reeds. There. get her a few of these around here. Right, 2 fish have just rolled in really close, so I'll try and see if I can draw them to that hook bait. I'm going to put a few more baits actually around the hook bait itself. Right, so the rods are out and we are fishing and we're tucked underneath the brolly now. I got a little bit damp getting set up, my feet are a little damp as well, but generally speaking I managed to avoid it pretty well. So now that the brolly's up, I can hide out the rain and just sit and watch the water, and if I'm honest, I've seen a couple of fish show right on top of me. One showed right in the margin, in between the 2 rods, and then not long after, another fish showed right over the top of the left-hand rod, and I've put another little bit of bait over the top of it to hopefully draw those fish onto that hook bait. There's clearly a couple of fish in the area, and I'm hoping that I can get them on that hook bait and get a really quick bite. It'd be nice to get a quick bite and maybe not have to spend too long sat in the rain, but it's still nice to be out after going to work and doing a night shift. I'm just hoping that one of those rods goes. But one thing I wanted to ask you is what do you do when it's warm in terms of wet weather conditions? Do you wear waterproofs and just put up with being really hot and sweaty and horrible, or do you do what I do and tend to just chuck on a hoodie, maybe have a spare set of clothes you might change into if you get too damp, and sort of just rotate your clothes? Or have you got a really good set of lightweight waterproofs that you wear? If you have, then let me know in the comments below. I'm sure there's loads of other people that I'd like to know. What sort of things do you wear when it's really wet but it's really warm and humid in the summer and the warmer conditions to keep yourselves dry without getting too hot and sweaty? So I tend to sack off the waterproofs. I just can't wear them. It's so hot and horrible. I much prefer to just get a bit damp from rain than get sort of damp and uncomfortable from sweat and feel all sticky and horrible. So let me know in the comments below what do you guys use, what any recommendations. I'm sure there's other people out there that would like to know. Just drop me a comment below and let me know what gear you use in the warm weather to stay dry. So anyway, back to the fishing. I think we're gonna have one. I've got a bite, come on! Oh, it's coming off! Oh, you're having a laugh. Oh my god, this hook is absolutely razor sharp. Oh, as you've probably seen, I lifted into it, sort of wound down a little bit, and then it just dropped off. Not really sure why. Hook was razor sharp. The blowback bit tubing hadn't actually been blown back at all, so I'm wondering whether it was just a really small fish and it just hadn't hooked it very well. Maybe it just nicked it and pulled off. But nice to get a bite. I thought I was going to get one. We're getting a few fish roll and getting a few liners. It did look good for it, and I have caught well when the weather's been really wet in the past. So yeah, everything pointed in the direction of getting a bite, and the bite happened. It's just a shame it dropped off, but hopefully we'll have time for another one and we can actually get a fish in the video. Right, we're getting loads of liners and funny little bites, and is that solid? No, I've gone and caught a bream. Great. Oh, I can't get to it either. Oh, I have to get out of the net. Oh dear. There it is. Little bream. Well, that wasn't the intended quarry. So, let's see if it goes again. I guess if I catch another bream, then it's probably a good indication that I've just got a load of bream out in front of me now, but I'm going to put some more bait in as well, because they'll be eating all of that. Well, rain, rain and more rain is definitely order of the day. I've been watching the water pretty much the whole time because I've been stuck under the brolly. Hello mate. And I've not seen anything. How's it going?
Away.
Another typical Park Lake visitor. Someone walking a dog, seen a fair few of them today. They always have a sniff around and try and find the bait. I don't know if they know the bait might be there or they can just smell it from miles away, but they're always sniffing around. But yeah, I was saying I've been watching the water for a while and I've not seen anything other than those first couple of fish that showed when I got the rods out. Obviously I've had a bite, had a bream, was getting a load of liners and that's all died off now. So I'm not sure if that was actually bream, because since catching one, the liners have all stopped. But I'm going to give it a bit longer. I really want to try and catch that carp. I'm gutted I lost that bite, but you can't catch them all. But for the effort I've put in, I think I deserve to get one in the net. So we're going to give it a bit longer and hopefully we do actually get one. Jesus Christ, the rod's going. Ah. God, I have an absolute one-tone in. There's not been anything happening for a while, it's gone really quiet. And then the right rod's just absolutely one-toned. Wow, this is a carp. Come on. Well, this is worth getting wet for. Ooh. Oh, what a result. I'm getting absolutely soaked right now, but it's worth it. Oh my God, a fish has just gone on the other rod. I don't know if that came out on camera. I've literally just had either a liner or I've just got done on the left hand rod. Fish just absolutely come leaping out of the water. I don't know if this fish has spooked it and it's just gone straight through the other line, or whether I've just been done on that rod then. It's absolutely nuts, it's like one extreme to the other. Come on mate. Everyone wants to see you. The old Part Lake banger. Oh dear. God, I'm getting absolutely soaked. God, this thing is scrapping. I can't believe how much this fish is fighting. It's definitely ruined that other spot. He's in the net. Come on, what a result. Absolutely soaked. Well, she might not be a big one, but she's a Park Lake carp caught on the old faithful DNA PB pop-up on the old Ronnie. Get in there. Get on the DNA pop-ups. A Park Lake common caught on a DNA pop-up out the margin. Happy days. Oh, I thought it was going to happen. We get loads of liners, obviously dropped that fish off earlier, and yeah, it's gone off. Happy days. Well happy with that one, but we're going to get her back quick. She is quite lively, possibly he, who knows. Right then, seeing as I've just had that bite, I'm going to obviously put another PB pop-up on, little bag of the pellets. I just dropped that out, fresh rig. The other rig, the hook point had gone a bit, so fresh rig. Let's check the line's all right. I'm going to just lower that back out there. Now, time is getting on a little bit now, and I do need to get home and have a bit of sleep. But seeing as I've had 2 bites now off of a carp, I am going to put that in there for a little bit, just in case. I bet when I put that bait in the other week, they absolutely cleared it up. I bet if I come back, I would have probably had a few off of that. But it's just how it is. Right, well, I've got both the Ronnies back out on the area now. Both got a little bit extra bait over the top of them. I've had a couple more liners. But what's interesting is I've not seen any fish rolling, I've not seen anything jumping or showing or giving itself away across the lake, really, or across this section of the lake, which is odd, I think, in these conditions. I thought they'd be showing like dolphins, but it just shows they're not always giving themselves away, and you've just got to go off of your own instinct, previous knowledge, previous experience. Sometimes they won't tell you where they are, and you just got to go off of, you know, your own intuition. And it's lucky that I did, really, because obviously it's paid off with a fish. Now, I'm going to actually give them a free bit of food before I go. And the reason for that is there might be a chance of me coming back in a couple of days and fishing an evening session. Again, only a couple of hours. But I'm going to try and prime the area a little bit, put in the bait. I've got about 1 kilo with me, so I'm going to just spread that through the swim, give them a free meal. And hopefully, if I come back, there might be a chance of getting another bite out of this swim. So I've got a feeling the fish might have spooked, because when I had that fish on and I was playing it kited round to the left near the other rod, and a fish literally launched out of the water. I think a fish was probably on the spot. As that fish has come cruising through, it's obviously spooked it and it's just come darting out of the water and bolted. So I've got a feeling the spot might be dry now, and that might be my fill. But I'm going to give it about, I'll probably give it another half an hour, and then going to call it quits, because I really do need to get back for a sleep. So we'll see what happens anyway, but the weather's getting more and more miserable as it goes on. So if I do go, I'm not really complaining, because I've had one, and yeah, my bed is calling. So anyway, we'll give it a little bit longer. You never know, we might get another one. Well, I was just reeling in the rods, and this one apparently has got a bream hanging on the end of it. So we are back in the dry. Yes, we're back home in the garage. And yeah, nice morning to be fair. I really enjoyed it. It was nice to get a fish out of there. It's been a while since I've caught one from that venue. And to be fair, I should have had two, because obviously I dropped one off as well. But a couple of bream as well along the way. And that one at the end seemed to be just hanging on the end when I picked the rod up. Didn't even get any indication. So yeah, that was interesting. But it was a really enjoyable session. Hopefully you guys liked it. Obviously short session fishing, making the most of the conditions, making the most of your time. If you can get out and just do a few hours, it can pay off and it can result in a fish. So get out there and give it a go. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you're new, smash the subscribe button. Check out all the social media shown at the bottom of the screen. And until next time, get out on the bank, be lucky, and I will see you next Tuesday.